I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, everyone.
What's
Welcome to
up?
the I'm Not Okay With This after show. And we are talking now about the finale, episode 7. If you haven't seen it, don't watch because there's going to be spoilers. But what an episode. I'm Kelsey Meyer, and I am joined by my fabulous co-host, Div.
What's up? What's up? How's it going?
Hey, Div. What an episode.
Insane. That last scene, like, my jaw actually dropped. Like, it actually dropped. And that's never happened in any TV show.
I laughed out loud when you messaged me and were like, oh my God, that episode. Because I had seen it before all of you guys. And so I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Crazy. I was like taking notes on my phone while watching it.
Yeah.
And when that happened, I was typing, I think, like just a period. And by the end of watching the scene, I had like 36 periods on my phone because I just couldn't stop like going like that.
Like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, I was freaked out.
Crazy. So I think we have to break down the episode three ways, right? So Sid trying to be positive, what a cute little scene, and then Sid and Dina homecoming, and then actually them physically at the dance.
Yes.
So we start off the episode with this newfound Sid, right? She's trying to be positive. She's making Liam pancakes. She says something like every time she gets scared or starts getting down, she just tries to give less of a F, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you go, girl. I'm gonna try and do that too.
Right.
But what do you think about positive Sid?
It's weird. I'm not used to positive Sid. I feel like she was just so fed up with everything that she was like, you know what? Like, F it. Like, I'm just going to be positive. So I love how she came in. I think she was like cooking or something. And she was just like, hey, like, Liam, I made you breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. But I don't think that positivity, like, it didn't last long.
It was almost like disingenuous a little bit. I felt like I like you said, I like positive Sid. I want to see her positive and happy. But you're like, wait a second. Is this real? Are we trying to fake it till we make it here? Which, I mean, to some degree, I'm like, it's what you got to do, right? But yeah, the line, paint me yellow and call me sunshine. I was like, oh God.
It was excessive.
Girl.
It was excessive for sure.
Girl. And even Liam's face is the best in that, where he's just like,
okay. What are you doing?
I'm like, Liam, that's the face I just made too. I'm so confused. But it is cute because then you have Dina and Sid where they're having their little moment on the bleachers, right?
Yeah.
After gym or PE class, and Sid's still trying to be positive. And Dina ends up saying, hey, do you want to go to homecoming with me? What do you think is going through Sid's head in that moment?
Oh, she's ecstatic. Like, are you kidding me? That's like her dream. Like, her dream was to go with her. So, and especially I think a guy like came up to Dina and was like, hey, you want to go to, and I love how he was purposely ripped just to show that. Like,
I know. I was like, wait, I'm sorry. This is high school. Guys don't look like that in high school.
Yeah, guys don't have abs like that. And you could tell it was like oiled up or something. Just so,
oh my God, I know.
Yeah, it was funny. But I think Sid was like her whole year was made. Are you kidding? Like,
what I also think too is like she loves Dina, and it was also like we're gonna have a like yes in that regard, but also like a friendship moment. Like, wait, you're probably the only person who I feel comfortable going with, who I would actually go to this dance with, because she didn't want to go to begin with. Yeah. So I thought that was cute. I was like, oh, girl power. You go, girls. Go be friends. Do your thing.
Yeah.
I liked when that guy came up and Dina was like, oh my God, that's like the third person who's asked it today. I was like, oh, okay, now.
I mean, Dina's pretty. Like, she's,
she's Dina's great.
Yeah.
We love Dina. Dina's great. And so far she hasn't gotten back together with Bradley. So
no.
So thank God for that.
He doesn't deserve her at all.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No.
So then you have the cute scene, right, of the three of like Dina and Sid and Stan all separately getting ready. I thought I liked this part a lot because it's like even Sid is shockingly into it and excited.
Yeah.
And so you're just excited for her.
She looks good. She looked good in her dress.
Right? I was
I
like,
think
wait,
this
where
is
did you just find that dress? Like, oh, just
yeah.
the one little hidden gem in my closet. Like, okay.
Yeah. No, she looked great. I think it's cool to see her because she's kind of like a weirdo, kind of a nerd. So it's cool to see her like, try and like be pretty or what. I mean, she's pretty regardless, but yeah, she
Right.
looked amazing. So I felt happy for her.
And then she and her mom had their cute little heart to heart.
Yeah,
Right.
their relationship is growing even further from the last episode. So
yeah. What did you think of when the mom tells her that cute story about how she and her husband, or she and Sid's dad, like they
yeah,
kissed for the first time?
that was cute. I liked how she was like leaning on her shoulder and like they were looking at each other. That was just like, I mean, obviously I'm not a girl and I don't have that mother-daughter bond, but I've
Right.
had similar cute moments with my mom, and it's like those are unforgettable. Like you don't.
Yeah.
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 And homecoming's a big deal. That's like the biggest
Big
dance.
deal.
Big
Right?
deal.
And I think that after last episode, like their relationship is just developing and going in more of a positive like track, or taking that more positive track. And I think that that's really great because that's someone who Sid really needs in her life is her mom.
Yeah, 100%. And I think her mom, she's already lost an important part of her life, and I don't think she wants to lose another important part. So I think she's starting to make an effort to like
for sure. I think they both are, and I think that that's cool. We talked about this with Ricky a few episodes prior, but just if we felt empathy for the mom, and I kind of did, and I think that they both needed to come together a little bit, and I think they both are trying more, which makes my heart happy.
Yeah, I like to see them come together. So yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah. And then this scene bugs me because I just hate Bradley, right? When you have he and his friend sitting on the like truck bed in the middle of the field. And he's like, his friend asks him what he's gonna do, and he's like, oh, whatever it is, it's gonna be mind blowing, right?
Right. Oh my god.
Yeah,
you just I didn't even catch that until 10 minutes ago when you told me. Crazy.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
And he stretched the word, right? He was like, it's gonna be yeah.
I want to know how many of you caught that, because honestly I had to watch it twice for me to catch that. And it's a good part. I'm like, oh, you writers, that was so good.
So did you think back to it after that last scene, or did you catch it when it happened?
No, I caught it when it happened, but it was my second time watching the episode.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
Because I was like, oh, what? Okay, cool. And then, I rewatched it and I was like, oh my gosh. But that part was pretty wild. Insane. And then you have them all getting to the dance, right?
Yeah.
And did you think anything like that was going to happen? Well, first of all, were you surprised? I mean, you said you guessed that Bradley had the diary.
Yeah. Because I don't think as a writer you would have that scene of her losing the diary unless it had some sort of importance. And and nothing happened with that in the 6th episode, so they had to bring it up in this episode. And I was thinking about it while watching. I was like, who would it make more sense to have had the diary, right? Like, was it Bradley Lewis or Liam? And I was like, yeah, Bradley definitely like took it. And I don't know how he took it, like maybe at school or something. Maybe when he was leaned up against her on the locker. Maybe.
Yeah, I know. I still couldn't figure it out. I'm like, is the counselor in on this? Did the counselor give it to her? Like, yeah, I don't know. I hope that maybe the next episode, who knows? I mean, it's a minor detail, but maybe not. I was kind of like, wait, what? How does he have this? Yeah. See, that part was crazy. And then she makes his flipping head explode.
Oh my god.
Were you expecting that at all?
No. But just that whole scene where he walks up and he steals the mic and he's giving this like speech about her and whatever. It's such a cruel thing to do in high school.
Oh, it's absolutely horrible.
And terrible. And you would expect like one of the teachers to grab the mic and tell him to stop.
But
it's
a
TV show.
Yeah. I know.
But
still.
Like what?
I know. I know.
I'm shocked. I'm still shocked.
It was wild, the whole lead up to that, I felt, because like you said, he takes the microphone and he's yelling at the teacher with the funny hair. He's like, just give me 1 second, right? And no one does anything. And it's like, oh, BS. No
Yeah.
one would let him, follow through with that. But he does. And then
Yeah.
he starts like talking smack about Sid. And Stan walks up and Bradley decks him in the face.
Decks him.
No one does anything then.
No.
And then, oh, and it's right before he said that she had powers, right? That
Yeah. He oh my god. And the sound effect too when that
oh,
happened.
it's so horrible.
It was
It's
cringe.
so
Yeah. It was
horrible.
and then it was like he said all these things about her loving Dina and stuff, and you could see it in her eyes, like she was pissed.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh
But him saying something about her powers is like 30 times worse than
Right.
that. So
Right.
that's when her, she snapped and his head snapped.
For a second, I was like, oh, because you know how throughout this whole season you hear her having her own little monologue, and then the
Mhm.
real thing happens. For a second, I was like, oh, it's just a flashback, or not a flashback, but like something's going on in her head. But then you realize it's actually real, and it's oh my god! I'm like, that was
Crazy.
brutal. That was brutal. Do you think
Yeah.
that the students think that Sid did it?
That's the thing that I thought about after. I was like, she's never gonna get caught for this. Like, no one
Right.
knows that it was her. There's no way to prove it.
What do you think they're thinking?
They're not thinking that. I mean, if I was in
Right?
that position, you're not thinking, oh, the person being like bullied is like somehow making this person's head come off.
Yeah.
Like you would just think,
Yeah,
I don't know.
that was crazy. If you were Stanley in this moment, knowing that he's the only one that knows she has these powers, what would you be thinking if you were him?
I mean, he like wakes up, so he doesn't see it, blow up, but he
Right.
wakes up and he sees the blood and he sees what's going
Right.
on.
Right.
I think you pretty much assume like what happened. Like he knew immediately that it was her, I think.
That was wild. And I don't know. I'm
Crazy.
just still thinking, I'm like, what do you think Dina thought? I mean, you see her at the end, like kind of hunched over Bradley, and you're like, holy cow. I mean, someone that whether she like loved
Loves.
him or not,
Yeah.
like his head just blew up.
Crazy.
But then this horrible guy was saying all this nasty stuff about your best friend, right? So I'm excited for the next season. That's gonna be so
Oh my
crazy.
god. Yeah, it's about to get real. And now we finally know the beginning scene of her running with the dress with the
Right.
blood, and it all
Right.
makes sense.
Right, wearing her dad's dog tags.
Yeah.
And then it ends with her going up to that little like tower, the overlook, right? And we finally hear that Grim Reaper character talk.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that scene was kind of cool because she's like, should I be scared? He says, no, they should be. And you're like, oh, damn right they should be. Should have seen someone's head explode. Like,
yeah.
oh my gosh.
I think you said this initially too, I think a few episodes ago, that figure is most likely her father in some shape or form.
Yeah.
I think that's now confirmed in my prediction is like
Mm-hmm.
that's her dad. And I have a feeling that, if there's a season 2, which we'll get into, like her and her dad, or AKA this Grim Reaper figure, are gonna come together and do something.
Do you think I'm hoping they do something positive. I'm like, can we
social
do
change?
Good? Yeah, good for the world. Stop climate change. Like,
No.
the bad. I don't know. That's funny that you said that it confirmed it for you that it was her dad.
Yeah.
For me, it did the opposite.
Really?
I was almost like, I think that whoever this character is, maybe like helped her dad or was there with her dad when her dad was alive as well, and or like her dad's mentor, have you. And I think that now he's going to be Sid's, but I don't know if I think it's her dad anymore. I did, but now I'm like, because I feel like she would have had a more like, oh my god, dad look on her face, but who knows.
But also her dad died when she was pretty young, so maybe she didn't remember what he looked like.
True.
Maybe.
Wasn't that? Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to learn more about this man.
But
and his scary voice.
Yeah, 100%. But I think it's going to get a lot more sinister and a lot more dark.
I'm like, how could it get more dark?
Yeah, it's already pretty dark.
It was crazy. But I have to say, I have a little fun segment that I'm like, okay, I need more of blank, right? And for me in this episode and throughout like the entire season, I was like, I need more Stanley. I need more. Like, even though it is clearly taking a very dark turn, for me, Stanley was kind of the light throughout
Mhm.
everything. I mean, his outfit's amazing.
You love
His
Stanley.
get ready with me scenes. I'm like, I'll get ready with you, Stanley. I love Stanley. For me,
Yeah.
he was kind of the light throughout this whole, throughout this whole show. And I was like, gosh, he's keeping it positive, keeping the
100%.
morale up.
He
What
was.
about
I
you?
mean,
What
that
do you know?
my
What do you need more of?
more of. I think I need more of Liam. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, I love Liam. I want to see more cute scenes of him,
Right.
like just doing cute things. But also, I kind of want to see more of Sid's superpowers. So I think
Mm,
more like instances of her using them. I think would be cool because those seem to be like the most interesting parts of the episodes. So like when she opens a lockbox, for example, in the basement, or when she blows off
yeah.
Bradley's head, like those are all really fun parts of the show. So I think I need more of that.
Super fun.
Not fun for
Blowing
Bradley,
Bradley's head.
but we didn't like
No,
Bradley,
you're
so
right. Yeah,
not. I don't
I
feel
was
bad.
not mad. Yeah, I wasn't mad about it.
Yeah,
I
I
was
don't
like,
feel bad.
sorry, you deserve that. I feel
Yeah,
badly for maybe Dina a little bit because she's gonna be confused, but I agree. I want more Sid powers. I want more of her powers where she's able to control them.
yeah, and I think that's where maybe this is gonna go.
Hmm.
Is her more finding now she's figured out what her superpowers are, what they can do. But I think she's going to discover them more because if she can blow someone's head off, like she could pretty much do anything. I would think.
Do you think that she's gonna tell Stanley about this figure that she's like talked to? Do you think she's
Yes,
gonna keep him in the loop? I think so
I
too.
do. She's not going to tell. Well, I think she'll tell Dina too because now Dina's seen. Well, maybe not.
I don't
Maybe
know. I
not.
don't know.
Don't know. Stan, yes.
When do we get to find out? You know something about season 2, right?
Yes. So the news is out. There will be a season 2, which is
Ooh,
super exciting. The bad part is it might not be until 2021.
no
So we might,
way!
yeah. So we might have
I
to
hate
wait.
that.
I know it sucks, but it's
You
not
think they'll
confirmed.
release it early because of COVID-19?
Yeah, because everyone's at home watching Netflix.
Exactly.
I think they might. But if they haven't filmed all the episodes, obviously, then they can't film right now, so they might have to push it back. But I'm sure they filmed everything already. So
Wow, I'm excited. I hate when you finish a good show or you end on a note like this and then you have to
yeah,
wait uh, forever for the next
yeah,
season.
yeah. But they ended it on a memorable note, so I think when we start season 2, we'll be pretty like we'll know what happened in season 1.
I agree. They have their claws in us. This
Yeah,
show was really interesting to me because it was like the beginning, I always thought it was good. I just thought the beginning was slower and then the episodes are so short. You finish the whole thing in a flash and you're like, "Oh my gosh, that was
what the heck?
amazing."
Yeah.
Like I didn't expect to be obsessed with it and I'm obsessed with it.
I didn't either. Honestly, like the first 2 episodes, I was like, it's kind of
Yeah.
boring, not sure.
Yeah.
But you're right, and the fact that they're such short episodes, it like you're able to keep your
Yep.
attention on everything.
Yep.
So,
Absolutely. Well, give me your predictions for how do you think that the next season is going to start out?
I think she's gonna start to maybe see this. I think it's gonna start off with her testing her powers first of all, and like seeing what else she
Mhm.
can do.
Mhm.
Um, Obviously, there's gonna be some confusion with her on why she blew up Bradley's head or how. So I think that'll be a big part of it. But also, I think the really big part of it of next season is going to be her meeting the figure, figuring out who he
Mhm.
is,
Mhm.
et cetera, et cetera. So,
Mhm. I
what about
think
you?
she and her mom will have their relationship is going to play a big part in this new season because I think that they end it and they really pushed it in the last 2 episodes that they're
Yeah.
starting to bond a little bit more, and I think they did that
Yeah.
for a reason,
Do
and
you think she'll
especially with
tell her mom about the figure?
I don't know. I'm
I
still
think she
undecided.
will.
I mean, I want her to. I don't know if she will though. I think for a while she's gonna keep it.
Yeah,
I don't think she'll tell Dina. I think for a while she's gonna keep it mainly between she and Stanley. Um,
probably.
but I'm excited. I think and I hope that she will start to this figure is gonna help her like control her powers in a way, but I don't think it's going to get more positive. I think that it's going to be still like that kind of dark, sinister, because I mean, he's obviously a Grim Reaper and or whatever he is, and he's saying that everyone else should be scared of her.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's gonna help her control the powers. I don't think he's gonna teach her how to use them for good. I think they're still gonna be used for bad.
Yeah.
But she's not a bad person, so.
Right. I'm curious what she'll. Ooh, I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm very excited. Well, everyone, thank you. I hope that you are.
It's been fun.
It's been fun. I hope you're staying safe at home. You can only go for walks. I've been going for a lot of walks, so I can't say you can't. Go for walks, go to the grocery store, but mainly stay at home, stay healthy, stay safe, watch AfterBuzz, like and subscribe and comment. Tell us what you need more of. We appreciate you, and we thank you for watching. And Div, tell the lovely people where they can find you.
Yes, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all the above at David Vaswani. And I just want to say something. I encourage everybody watching to use this quarantine time to like find a new hobby, play an instrument, like do something for yourself that's fun.
I don't know, maybe learn a new language, take up writing, reading, so no, I agree. That's great. That's great. And I'm Kelsey Meyer, you guys. You can find me. I'm Kels Meyer 2 on all of the social medias. So follow us and hang out more. It's been fun. And we appreciate you.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.